Hello and welcome. It is Monday, November 24th. I have to charge my watch. Gonna do that, I promise. But anyway, I have to go do the ornaments that I was talking about on the last episode. Going to be putting those on my tree that I'm decorating for the city. I don't have the other half of my ornaments done. These are the ones with the song titles on them. I have to get the other illustrated ones up tomorrow. Haven't finished those yet, but I'm gonna go and do the hard stuff, like put the lights on and everything and get these on and get it ready. And then the second part of putting it on the tree shouldn't take too long. But the painting part I still have to do, so that's gonna take a while. But anyway, planning on doing that tomorrow or very first thing Wednesday morning, and that's the last time I can do it anyway, is Wednesday. So otherwise, if all else fails, then I guess I'm decorating my tree with this and I'm not doing anything else. Or I could just bring them on the tree lighting ceremony as well. I guess I could do that too and just sneak it in there that day. I don't know, we'll see. But anyway, so these are my options for song titles. Not all of them will have a corresponding picture, but some of them will, and then they have to guess which ones go with which one, and I'll have that all explained a little more later in this video. But I'm gonna go take them over and start decorating my tree, and I'll show you. I'm not sure if I'm gonna film the process, but I'll show you what it's like afterwards for sure. So let's get started with that. Also, I forgot to tell you, there's letters on the back of all these, so that's how they're gonna match them up. Hello and welcome. Should I put a light on? Probably. That doesn't even help, does it? Hello and welcome. It is Monday, November 24th. I want to film a proper intro to this video. I filmed something like half hour ago at my house, but it's hard to do because there's two other people there right now, and I was talking kind of quiet and my dishwasher was running, so I don't even know if you can hear me on that video. But so what I'm doing is, if you haven't been watching my videos recently, I have a tree that I adopted from the city that I live in at the recreation center as a business. I adopted this tree, and then I'm supposed to decorate it, and then I can kind of do whatever I want with it or whatever. So I'm going to be doing most of the decoration today. It has to be done on Wednesday, and today's Monday. It's Monday night, so it has to be done by Wednesday. Wednesday we're going to be gone doing stuff, so I'm like maybe early morning I can come and do the rest of it, and it shouldn't take too long. Like the actual hanging shouldn't take too long, the rest that I have to do. But the painting, which I'll explain in a minute, I'm not done with that yet, and that's going to take some time. So I'm going to be working on that tonight and tomorrow. Hopefully finish by tomorrow so that I can do it tomorrow night after we do our other stuff that we're doing again. So I'll be here at night again just to do that real quick. Anyway, either tomorrow night or Wednesday morning I have to finish this. But I'm doing the bulk of it tonight, like the lights and everything. That's going to take a while, so I'm going to do that tonight. And they're open till 9, and it's like almost 6 now, so I should be able to finish that part in 3 hours. Less than 3 hours, I'm sure. So but I'm going to be doing that. So what I did is, I showed you this in the video I filmed before that I'm going to put after this anyway on the video, but it's not in chronological order this time. But I made these ornaments. So all right, so if you don't know, I'm a lettering artist. That's what I am. Let me turn my car off, actually. I am a lettering artist. I do custom signage, murals, window painting, stuff like that, and ornaments. So this is half of my ornaments. Well, actually it's more than half. But it's a half of the version, the game that I'm doing, or whatever you want to call it. But I made a bunch of Christmas song titles on these ornaments. I have 23 of them, A through W. They all have letters on the back. And then I'm going to do illustrations on ornaments. Those are the ones I still have to do. Okay, like I was saying, so I have the other half of the ornaments I'm going to be painting again tonight, or tomorrow, or both. And then hopefully by tomorrow night I can come and put those up. Otherwise I have to do it Wednesday morning, like I said. But those are going to have numbers on the back. So then they match the number with the letter. There's extra letters, so they could get it wrong. I started making my form and everything, but I have to make a form that people fill out, and then I have to make a QR code that they can find the form and stuff like that. So that all I still have to do, kind of, or finish. But I'm here today I'm going to be putting the lights up and tree skirt and these ornaments, and then going to come back and do those ornaments that I'm going to make, the illustration ones that are like illustrating the song title. I don't think I mentioned that. Like, for instance, I don't want to give away an answer, but let's say I didn't do this one. Let's say I did one of the traditional Christmas songs, like Away in a Manger or Oh Holy Night or whatever, and I do a nativity scene, but it would have something specific about the song in there so that you wouldn't be able to like contest it or whatever. Like there'd be, honestly, the reason I didn't do that, because there wasn't really anything in those songs that was like, oh, that makes it different than the rest of them. They were all pretty much the same. So I didn't do that one. That's why I use it as an example now. But I have 15 that I came up with that I'm going to make an illustration for, and then 23 of these. So some of them are double, and I made some of them hard where they're similar, but there's something, like I said, in the song that's going to be in my illustration that makes it, you know, obviously that thing, if you're paying attention. So then the people that get it right are going to be entered into a drawing, and then one person will be chosen from that pool of people that got it right, and they will get a $25 voucher towards my services next year. So they can use it anytime next year, 2026, on whether it's something I readily make or it's something like custom or whatever, or you want me to paint windows or something like that. But anyway, something along those lines, and I will illustrate all the things I can do and whatnot. And then everyone who gets it right is going to get like a discount towards something, but not like $25 worth, but like maybe, I don't know exactly what it's going to be yet, but something smaller. And then just everyone that participates is going to get kind of a consolation prize, something very small, you know, towards something that they buy for that year. So everyone will get something, but one person's going to get $25 worth of stuff. So, but I'm doing this to hopefully partially grow my email list, my local email list, grow my social media, because I'm going to be doing a video. I don't know if I can go live on Facebook because I need 100 followers and I don't have that, but we'll see if I get that by the time. But I was going to do like a live video. Otherwise I'll do it live on YouTube and then just connect it to Facebook. Planning on doing a live drawing on, actually on January 2nd, I think it was. Is that Friday? I think it was Friday, January 2nd, if that's the Friday. It's a Friday, I know that, but very early in January. I think it's the day after New Year's. But anyway, so I'm going to do a drawing on my Facebook for that, or YouTube connected to Facebook. And then I'll announce the winner afterwards or whatever. So that's what I'm going to be doing. So now I got to go decorate. I should probably go do that. And I'm not going to film probably while I'm decorating. I didn't bring my tripod anyway, and I don't have enough battery to do that. But I will film my progress after today, and then, you know, obviously I'll film tomorrow a little more when I get everything up there, or Wednesday, whenever I do it, when I get everything up there. So I'll put in the clip that I posted, or I made before this, even though this is really my intro. I kind of did the intro there, but it didn't really work out well. But I have like better video of like the ornaments and stuff, so I'll put that in there. Maybe I'll take the sound out if it doesn't make sense, but I'll put that in, and then you'll see the progress I made after this, and then we'll be working on more ornaments, and then you'll see those, and then, you know, blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure if I'm going to have anything else on this video, because I got a lot of stuff going on this week. I got a lot of stuff going on next week too, but I'll have events next week, including the tree lighting thing for this, which is included. That's something I'll explain later. But it's included with this thing. There's a tree lighting ceremony that you can go to, that you can advertise your business at. And then I'm going to do, hopefully more people will participate than when I'm there. So anyway, I'll be able to explain it more in person when I'm there. So that's going on next week, not this week, next week. And, yeah, anyway, I'm all out of sorts right now. There's a lot of stuff going on. So see you later. All right, it took me less than an hour, like 45 minutes, so not too bad. Just got to finish painting the ornaments. It's like the tree was a lot smaller than I was expecting. They didn't really say how big it was going to be, so but I have like white, like blinking lights kind of in the inner part of the tree. Then I brought like a blue strand of lights. Well, I bought 2. I only used 1 on the outside, like the outer rim of the tree. And then I put my ornaments on there on the outside. Left space like in the front middle for the big one that I'm gonna make. That's gonna have my information and the QR code and stuff on it. There's actually not a whole lot of room to put the rest of my ornaments. I have 15 more. I mean, I can fit them. It's just, you know. So I did take a little bit of video footage. There were people there and I didn't want to, like, you know, film anyone else. So I just filmed a little bit at the end to kind of show what it looks like now. It's not lit up or anything. I'm not supposed to plug the extension cord in yet. It's, you know, they're going to be lit up on December 1st. That's what they said. So like after Thanksgiving, the weekend after Thanksgiving, the Monday. So I'll probably come here on Monday, that Monday, since I'm going to be able to do that. Yeah, I don't think I mentioned in this video, but if you haven't been following along the saga, a couple weeks ago, my father-in-law died, and we had to bring my mother-in-law into our house temporarily. She's getting moved into her new place this Saturday, this weekend, the weekend of Thanksgiving Saturday. So by Monday, I should have like an empty house, and I can do whatever I want, including coming here like whenever I want. And checking on things, make sure it looks okay and stuff like that. And then taking a video, a proper video, with it lit up and everything. So I will come Monday and do that. And again, next week, hopefully I'll be on the regular schedule. I don't know what I'm going to be filming this week because I don't have a whole lot of stuff other than this tree to do. I mean, I can start preparing for my next events, which I should be doing. And I can, but I don't really have a lot of time to film because a lot of this week, because it's Thanksgiving, and we're going to be moving my mother-in-law, and we got other stuff we got to do. Like we have to get her some furniture and stuff and drive all over the place. So I'm not going to be filming much. So this might come out Tuesday, and then I might not have a video again until next Tuesday. So maybe I won't be on my regular schedule. We'll see what I get done that week. Because again, I'm going to finally have, you know, time to do stuff in the house and get stuff done. But we do have my father-in-law's funeral that week. Memorial services that week. It's the 4th is the tree lighting event here. Oh yeah, I didn't mention that, did I? Well, I mean, I mentioned it, but I said I was going to talk more about it. Yeah, so this whole thing is you could adopt a tree and decorate it as a business, and it cost me $100 to do as a commercial. Like they had a commercial level, they had a non-profit level, which is not me, which was cheaper. Commercial level, and then like I don't know what it was called exactly, but it was like a larger level, and you get like I think you get recognition as a sponsor and stuff like that or whatever. Like no, I don't need that one. Like I mean, maybe in a few years or something, but I just wanted to, I'm really trying to connect with the community. It's not going well so far, but hopefully this helps. So you adopt a tree, and then you decorate it, and then you get a table at the tree lighting event that I think is supposed to be next to your tree, but there isn't really a lot of space in between the trees, and right next to mine is like a sofa kind of chairs. So I don't know if they're going to move that to put my table there, or if we're putting tables somewhere else. Like I thought they were supposed to be next to the tree, but now I'm kind of questioning that. But anyway, I get a table at the event. The event is like 3 hours. The tree lighting thing happens in the middle of the event, which is going to be outdoors. But during the event, there's all kinds of activities and stuff. And people that come up to my table, I can have them participate in my little thing where they can match. And I can do it in person. I can explain it better. And I can make sure they, you know, fill out everything properly. And I can have like a physical form instead of the digital one that I have. Well, I don't have it done yet, but I'm going to have. So it's a little easier to do. Or they can do the digital one if they prefer. Like, okay, I'll do it at home later or whatever. But then hopefully I can get more people to participate because I'll be here. And then, again, perk to me is I get their email information. And I can, you know, contact them about local things that I'm doing. And the people that win, well, everyone's going to win something. But the one that wins, I can communicate more about what I do. And I can, like, say, hey, how do you want to spend your $25, you know? You have all year to use it. I'm not going to like rush you. It's just, I want you to know that you can do all this with it and whatever. So that's kind of what I want to do. The tree lighting is explain what I do more. So I do have to do that kind of stuff. So that'll be on one of the videos. But anyway, I know it's another dark video in my van. As soon as I get the ability to film more in my house, which will be next week, it won't be as much dark videos in the van anymore. But anyway, I have to go now to the store, which is right in the same like strip mall area here. I'm getting my cat, Supervisor Chaz, some more food. Because last video I had to get him food. Now I'm getting him more food because, you know, that's my life right now. So I'm going to go do that. And I'm going to work on the rest of the ornaments tonight a little bit. See how much I get done. If I can get like 5 done tonight, I'll be happy. Like fully done. If I can get them all done tonight, I'll be real happy. We'll see how I feel when I get home. It's 6:40 right now. So go to the store, probably get home like 7. So yeah, I got a couple hours I can work on stuff. So then I'm gonna work more on tomorrow. And then what I'm probably gonna do, because tomorrow when my husband gets home from work, here's more. My husband gets home from work tomorrow. We have to take my mother-in-law over to the assisted living place, which is right down the road from us. And we have to have her sign the lease and everything. And then we're going to be going out to dinner and like maybe shopping for some stuff for her. So we're going to be out tomorrow. So I think after we get home from that is when I can come and do the ornaments. Because this is open till 9. So I can do it, you know, whenever tomorrow night. Otherwise, right away Wednesday morning, like right when they open at 7 a.m., I'm going to be here. Because Wednesday, at some point, probably in the late morning, we're going to be going down to her house where it is now, her house that she owns technically, and getting some of the stuff out of there to bring to her new place. Some of it, because a lot of that we're going to do it on Saturday, but like the smaller stuff we're going to do on Wednesday. And we have some running around to do on Wednesday, like stuff she needs to get another copy of her marriage certificate because she can't find it and stuff like that. So we got a lot of stuff to do on Wednesday, which is the last day I'm able to do this. So hopefully I get my ornaments done tonight and tomorrow while my husband's at work is my point. I have to have him print out the QR code for me. I could probably do that tonight when I get home. But I need to get all that done. So, I probably should stop rambling and go do it, right? I have to go to the store though. Go to the store first and then I'll be home and I'll start working on stuff and then I'll give you an update whenever, probably tomorrow sometime. It'll probably be daylight when I give you an update though. Just letting you know. All right. See you. Bye. All right. Hello. It's Tuesday. November 25th now. I have kind of revamped my Christmas tree thing. So I wanted to update. I am going to go back at some point and do my big ornament that says Shrush Design and kind of gives a QR code to the thing. But it's a whole different thing now. I'm not making the other ornaments. It's just too complicated. I don't have the time to do it. You know, so I decided to pivot a little. So what I'm going to be doing instead is, so I have the ornaments on there that have the song titles and the letters on the back. I'm going to be starting the day of the tree lighting, which is December 4th. That ceremony, and I'm going to be there on December 4th, and then also the 5th, which is the next day, which is Friday. Then excluding all the weekends, up until Christmas Eve, that equals 15 days, all the weekdays. So Thursday, Friday of that first week, and then the next week, and then the next 4 days, I think, or 3 days. Whatever, I figured it out. It is 15 days exactly until Christmas Eve without the weekends. I'm going to be releasing a digitally drawn, on my Procreate app, illustration. Maybe I'll make it in shape of an ornament. I don't know. I might just do like a regular illustration though. So they can connect those, which will be numbered, to the letters as I wanted to do, but I'm just drawing it digitally instead, and it gives me time to do it too, which is part of the thing. So they can find the letter ornament, and they don't even necessarily have to do that, you know, because I'm probably going to be opening this up to everyone, not just the people at the tree, because there's no way to just do it with the tree. Other than if I were to do the ornaments the way I originally said, where I had the lettered ornaments with the song titles and the picture ornaments with the numbers. The only thing about that too, though, I was wondering if they were going to be like, well, you can't touch anything, so, but I would be like, you can touch mine, that's fine, you know, but I don't know if they would like correct anyone, like don't touch them, you know, so it's probably better to do it this way. But the tree will have the QR code. I'm going to be advertising on my social media and in the community groups and stuff about it. But instead of having the pictured ornaments, I'm going to have pictures that I release on my social media, but also people can sign up to get like an emailed version every day where they know they have it in there and they know the number and everything. And it's very easy to look up. But I'll have them on my website as well. But again, hopefully this gets people following me and stuff and giving me their email addresses. But anyway, so then on Christmas Eve, there'll be finally a form ready that people can fill out that way. Otherwise, I will have printed copies at the tree lighting ceremony, which is the beginning, and it'll give like the numbers, but it won't have the pictures on there because I don't have them ready yet. But I'll have the numbers and then the song title and the letter that corresponds, and then they can fill it out that way, and then they can just take a picture or scan it and send it to me. They can do it that way, or they can fill out the online form starting Christmas Eve. So, but anyway, they have until from Christmas Eve until New Year's Day, the end of New Year's Day, to fill out that form. And then on January 2nd, as I already had planned, January 2nd was the day I was going to do the drawing for whoever wins. So, gonna have, it gives me more time to figure all that out as far as illustration wise, and, you know, I'm obviously going to try to get ahead so I don't have to like rush and get them done. But, you know, the first one that I have to do now is December 4th, and it's November 25th, as I said earlier. So it gives me some time to kind of build these up or whatever, because again, it's just, there's too much going on right now. And in theory, I could have done this earlier because I knew about this for a while, but I was working on other things like events and stuff, so I didn't have time. And then all this other stuff happened, like I said, so this is what it's turned into, and I think it's going to work out fine. We'll see how many people participate. Hopefully I can get people interested in it. I also need to make, at some point, a video explaining exactly what I do. I need to do that anyway, so like, so then people know, okay, I can get this if I win, you know. So I'm going to be doing that. Going to put that on my website. But the QR code that I'm making for like the actual sign that's going to go on my tree is just going to lead them to the page on my website that's going to have all the information on, including the form and everything once it comes out. So, but I'm going to have an initial form too for them to fill out to sign up for the contest, like with their name and their email and their zip code, because I want them to be in Wisconsin and hopefully local also. But because again, I hate that I can't like just target a specific area. I mean, to some extent you can, like on Facebook, but like if I want to post something on my local social media, unless I can get people to join a local group, which I tried for a while, but they won't do it. Barely get them to follow my page. But anyway, it's going to go out to everyone. Like I can't just limit it to New Berlin, you know? So, and I wish there was like some special incentive I could do for people that actually visit the tree. I'll see if I can maybe figure something out where it's easier for the people that visit the tree or something. But I don't know what that's going to be. Maybe I'll give them, like, if you take a picture of the tree or by the tree and you send it with your application, you know, I will give you a special bonus for being in New Berlin. Like you'll get an extra discount or something. Or at least not necessarily in New Berlin, but people that visit the tree in New Berlin. They don't necessarily have to live here. Because otherwise there's no point in having the tree, you know, I can just do this online. But having the tree helps spread the word to some extent, which is the whole point of me having it. But anyway, so that's how that's going to go. As far as the video for this goes, because I'm not going to be making any more ornaments. I'm not sure if I'm going to have more in this video. Plus, I originally was going to have it come out Thursday, but now I think I'm going to do it Sunday again, or Saturday. I don't have like an event this weekend, but I have stuff going on. I'll be working on other stuff, but it's Thanksgiving and stuff, so I don't even know how much I'm going to get done, so I don't even know if I'm going to have more on this video. So this might be the end for now. But anyway, so if this is the end of the video, thanks for watching, but there might be more. We'll see. But see you next week when hopefully I'll be back to my regular schedule, and I'll be preparing for events again and stuff the next week, so talk to you then. All right, it's been a while. It's Monday, December 1st, I'm in my car again, or my van. My mother-in-law is still with us. She's actually going to be here probably another week. Like a week from today is when we plan on moving her in. She's got a bunch of like paperwork we have to finish, and then the funeral's actually this Friday. So we didn't want her to be alone like during or after that for a while, so we figured Monday was probably the best choice there. But this last weekend, part of the reason I didn't film anything is because I was busy. We were moving in all her big furniture and stuff into her new place. So her furniture's there, it's just she's not there yet. So it's all like pretty much set. So she has to, actually right now she's at the doctor. It's the one last kind of thing that we need to do is take her to her doctor, get a checkup or whatever, because they're switching her primary care to the new place. So that's why I haven't filmed. I've been doing all kinds of other stuff, helping with that. And like I have this week, so obviously I didn't even put out a video at all last week. It's gonna be this one. I'm just gonna combine the 2 weeks because there's just so much going on. I don't have time to like film and edit. I mean, I already filmed a little bit for this video with the Christmas tree stuff, but I haven't filmed since then. It's been like a week since I filmed. Not quite, almost. So I have to finish that. I don't actually remember if I updated you on film about this or not. I think I may have. I might delete this because I already said it, but I'm actually going to be doing something a little different with my tree. I have the ornaments on there that have the song titles on there. I think I did film something. I never got the picture ornaments done because with all the other stuff going on and it was taking too long, and yes, I should have started them earlier, and you know, just it's been a whirlwind this past month at least. So I decided instead that I would still do the same kind of thing, except the picture ornaments aren't, well, there are no picture ornaments. I'm going to be releasing like digital drawings. I might still do them in ornament form, I'm not sure. On my website and on my social media, and if people want to join the email list specifically for this thing. And then each day, starting the day of the tree lighting, which is Thursday, December 4th, there'll be one released each day, and I'll bring the first one with me to the tree lighting ceremony and how I explain it to everyone. I haven't posted about it or anything because I'm not ready. I don't even have a picture of my tree, really. I have a tiny little video I took the day that I put the ornaments on, the first day, and I was going to do more, and then I didn't. So I'm like, well, I'll take a picture later, and then I never went back in there. However, today, maybe I should have went in there because they put the lights on today. And I was going to, I'm probably just going to do this Thursday because I didn't put the big like Shrush Design thing on it and kind of explaining what's going on with a QR code to like the website that's going to explain it more on the tree. I could have done that today and took a picture and whatnot, but I had stuff I had to do at home. I'm actually on my way. That's not anything to do with my business, but I'm on my way to the store again. So, well, 2 stores. But I figured I'd take the time to film since I have the time. But anyway, so I had that tree lighting thing coming up Thursday where I'm going to explain it all. It's going to start and whatnot. I'm going to start drawing the pictures and stuff, getting at least a few of them in, like, ready. Because they're going to come out on weekdays, not weekends. So this Thursday and Friday, and then the next whole week, and then the week after that is, I believe that's the week of Christmas. So it's the first 3 days, I think. It was Christmas Day on Thursday or Friday this year. I don't even remember anymore. Something like that. But it ends up being the same amount that I was originally going to have, was 15. So if I don't do weekends. So each weekday from the tree lighting until Christmas Eve, there will be a new picture that gets released, and then they have to find the right song to go with it. And then, actually, I'm going to go straight. But anyway, so getting all that set up, getting the form set up correctly. But then you have until December 31st. Well, actually, I think it's January 1st, New Year's Day, until the end of day, like, 11:59 p.m. Central, to fill out the form. And then on January 2nd, I'm going to tally all, everyone's responses. Hopefully there's, a good enough response to this. I don't know how many people are going to actually participate, because the tree has to be taken down around that time anyway. Like, I think the 4th is like the absolute last day you can do it. So probably on the 2nd is when I'm going to go take it down anyway. But then I'll do my drawing for the winner. Again, hopefully I have enough of a response. Based on how everything else goes with me, nothing happens. So hopefully someone actually plays. With me being at the tree lighting ceremony, I think I can maybe get some people engaged with it or whatever, maybe. But I almost didn't make it to that. I think I told you that, because the funeral was almost that day too, but they moved it to the next day for that reason and a few other reasons. There was family coming up, and it was easier for them to get Friday and whatnot. So Thursday is the tree lighting, Friday is the funeral, and then Saturday is my next event that I have, doing, this is, I think I might have mentioned it at one point on one of these videos. It's put on by a cat rescue. It was originally going to be in a different location, which is actually closer to me, but apparently the venue double booked them, so they didn't have record of them supposed to be there or something. So they had to find a new venue, and then the only place they could find was a lot smaller. So now my booth size is 6x6. And I don't even know if it's I have to actually look at this stuff again. I think it's supposed to be 6x6, but it might be even smaller than that. So what I was thinking is, I think I might have mentioned this at some point, maybe, similar to the Kohl's event I did in I believe it was the last vlog. It was like a week and a half ago now. Well, more like a week ago. I don't know. No, I didn't have any last week. Yeah. Like 2 weeks ago. Week and a half, 2 weeks ago. I had a Kohl's event. The Kohl's event that I had, I am doing something similar with my layout there, because where I had the pegboard behind me and the 1 6-foot table, that's probably what I'm going to do with it, because I'll fit in the 6x6 for that one. Then I also got information about the one that's happening the week after. I have 2 happening the week after. I have one on Saturday and one on Sunday. And the Saturday one I got information on finally about, it's kind of soon actually, not finally. Very nice, over a week ahead of time. But anyway, so I know where my booth is going to be, and I know the size, because I think I mentioned before, again, maybe you didn't hear, they were originally 10x10 booths, and there are some 10x10 booths that you could have got to, but they offered some different kind of choices where you could, if you want to be in the gym, you'd have a 10x10 booth, but if you want to do the hallway, or there's a cafeteria booth as well, they'd be a little different. So I chose the hallway, and I didn't know exactly how big they were going to be. They were going to give us it's not actually the same, but a similar amount of space from the 10x10. So it's actually 4x14 now. So it's longer horizontally, but it's shorter, depth-wise. So that's what I have been trying to, once I got the information, I've been trying to figure out, what am I going to do. So I think I'm probably going to do the 6-foot table on one end, and then the pegboard, and then around the corner on the other end, and then maybe my checkout stand as well. That's probably it. That's really all I need, honestly, because I'm gonna have the full pegboard to use. And it kind of depends. I have to kind of calculate out exactly how much space the pegboard's going to take up with the rest of my 14-foot length with the 6-foot table. But I think I'm going to have space on the one end when I put my checkout stand up. That's not going to be covered by the pegboard, which I don't know. It kind of depends on if I can bring my backdrop or not, if it'll fit in there. I still have to figure this out, but it's going to be something like that. I do want my checkout stand so I can have like, the space. I'm not going to be able to bring it to the one coming up this Saturday, but next Saturday and the Sunday after is a table space again. So I'm probably going to, with that one, I'm probably just going to have the table. I don't even know if I'm going to bring my pegboard, honestly. I guess I'd have to ask because I'm not sure if I'm allowed to. So I have the table space, but like I might be able to wrap the pegboard around the table again, but just stand in front instead of sitting. I'm not, because those are just a regular table space. Like I've done events like that before where it's just a table, and there are people that bring like shelves and stuff. So I guess I should ask. I haven't really received information about that one yet. They started finally like posting on their Facebook event and stuff, but I didn't get like an email about it yet. But again, the other one was early, like it's over a week, so probably next week I'll get more information about that one. Maybe I'll ask then, like, hey, can I bring this pegboard thing? Like, I really need to hang stuff on it, you know? But if not, that's fine. I'll figure it out. And maybe, because the main thing I need it for is my door hangers. Maybe they'll all be sold by then. But probably not, to be honest. So, that's what I have looking forward. So the next video, I think, because this one's probably not going to come out until, well, you're watching it, so you know, again, I always do this, but it's probably not going to come out until next Sunday. So that's what, the 7th. So, yeah, the next after that will probably come out Tuesday, maybe Tuesday or Thursday next week, and then hopefully after that I'll get back to my regular schedule. I know I've been saying that the last couple times, but it's been keeps on expanding by a week. Hopefully this is the last time it expands, where I'll be able to do my stuff. But you know, now it's going to be the holiday season. But what I'm probably going to be doing is painting my windows. I don't know if I'm going to be doing my front window outside. If I do it, it might be on the inside. I don't even know technically yet with my one side of the family, because sometimes I host that side of the family for Christmas. We haven't figured out who's hosting this year yet. Usually we do by this time, so I don't know. I might be hosting. I'm not even sure. I mean, in one way I kind of want to, but in another way I don't. Like it's like there's been too much going on in my life right now where I don't need to be adding a party on top of it to host. So it kind of depends on if I like how I do my windows, if I'm gonna have people over or not, you know. So I think I definitely want to do, no matter what, I want to do the version of the Christmas Village that I was trying to do last year on my back windows instead. So I'll probably start working on that next week, and then maybe my dining room windows, air quoted, that are across from my big front window. Because I wanted to do those the last couple of years. I wanted to do a specific thing, a stained glass thing. I think I said that on another video with those, and I kind of want to do that too, but maybe not the front. Actually, the front is usually what I do. So, and the thing I wanted to do for the front, I don't know. It's going to be very complicated, and if I end up doing it on the inside instead, because it's kind of late for the outside, like the weather's not going to be very well, cold. I mean, it's going to be cold. That's what I mean. On top of that, I kind of like at this point, because I'm getting a very late start on it, I'd rather just do the back windows in my back room. Which, I mean, one thing I did last week was I moved the I always move our patio furniture inside. I did that, so the room's kind of well, it's not clean, but it's cleaner than it was. So it'll be easy to move like that stuff around, so I can start painting those windows. So that's not going to start until next week. I don't know, and it all kind of depends also on how I get these digital drawings done for the tree. So anyway, I wanted to give an update. I know it's been a while since I filmed, and I haven't really had a lot going on business-wise. I wasn't able to do like commercial or residential windows for anyone this year because, again, with my mother-in-law being here and like having to stay home with her because my husband goes to work, you know, certain days of the week. So I haven't been able to. I mean, I might have been able to do it the days that my husband was here, but he's got a lot going on right now, so I don't want to. I want to help out, you know. So, wasn't able to do windows this year. Again, last year is because I didn't have a car. So, gotta focus on trying to, you know, advertise correctly for that next year. But now the problem is with TikTok and everything. Everyone thinks they can do it. Everyone's out there doing it, you know. And mine are unique in a way because I don't do like the TikTok way, you know. It's really a matter of like having a relationship with those businesses outside of it, and then getting, you know, or at least having one that you can like start on. Like, hey, can I do your windows? Oh, sure, you know. So, and then you can like get more jobs from doing that, because right now I've only done my windows, and I did my parents' window one time too. So, like, you know, people don't want to take the chance or whatever. And also, I mean, I don't know what the case is, but I think some of those window painters that are doing it now are doing it for free, because then they do videos about it and then they get paid from the videos. So they're like, well, I get paid on TikTok, so if I can film it, you know, I'll just, you know, I won't charge you. So then, you know, that, because I'd be charging, I don't get any payment from any of my videos. So like, even if I did though, I mean, still, like, that's not something you should be getting for free, unless, you know, like, it's, you know, special cases, like a nursing home that doesn't get a lot of money, like it's like a lower income one or whatever. Because I was actually thinking about offering at my my mother-in-law's new place, like, you want your windows painted? I could do that, you know. I still could actually, but we'll see. Maybe next year, or maybe a different season or something. But anyway, you know, otherwise it's like, no, you're getting like something out of this transaction, so you're gonna pay me for it, you know. This is a service. So anyway, I know it's kind of a rant and a kind of a tangent right now. I'm at the first store I have to go to, so I don't think I wanted to say anything else anyway. I think I rambled about everything I wanted to talk about. So I'll probably update at some point, because I'm going to be talking about the tree lighting ceremony that's coming up on Thursday. So we'll talk about that, and I'll film some there, and then afterwards and stuff. And then I actually do have something I'm working on for the funeral that I can show. Well, two things, I guess, that I can show you. That, I mean, it's not really business related, but it's like something I do for my business. So I'm working on the little prayer cards, because the way we did the memorial, like, we have to order them ourselves and stuff, so I'm making them. And then like the little board for the pictures and stuff I'm gonna make with, you know, lettering on it and stuff. So be working on that next couple of days, and then tree lighting ceremony, funeral, and then the event I have on Saturday. So we'll talk about that. I'm not making, like I said before, it's a cat event, so I was thinking about making more. We'll see, I might be able to make like some magnets or something that are cat related, maybe some smaller signs. Not small signs, because I'm all out of those. Well, no, I still have a few, I suppose, but I'm not going to be doing anything with those anymore. But maybe like the 8x8 signs, I could make a few cat related ones for those. But I kind of feel like if they don't sell, then I'm going to be stuck with them. I'm already stuck with the ones I have. So I was thinking about doing cat ornaments, like cat name ornaments and stuff. That's too hard to do, like there. I know I said I was done talking. I don't know. So I'm probably not, I feel like I'm not gonna have time anyway, so I'll just, you know, work on that for next. It always happens to me. I always have plans, and then like they don't work out, and then I'm like, okay, maybe next year. So that's what's happening now. I do have some cat related stuff, and I have my employee of the month, my Chaz picture, so, you know, people might be attracted to that, and maybe they'll buy something then and whatnot. So anyway, I gotta go to my store, so see you later. Hello, it is Thursday, December 4th. Sorry I didn't video record. My brain's not working to record anything earlier. I did my tree lighting event that I was talking about earlier. It's sorry, I'm in a parking lot right now because I have to go to the store now after my event, which is in the same parking lot technically. I'm gonna finish this video first, this portion of the video. Let me park. Maybe you can see me better. Got some light a little bit. Alright, so, the event was okay. I don't really know what I was expecting. It was the first day of my little contest that I have running with the song titles. One person, there wasn't many people that came up to my table, period, but one person who came up to my table had a small child who was interested in it, so their parent took it. So I think they're gonna play. I'm gonna keep promoting it on social media, like even in the community groups and stuff. I'm gonna keep posting about it. Hopefully someone, catches on or whatever. I'm also gonna be promoting it at my other events that I'm doing. One this Saturday, 2 next weekend, Saturday and Sunday. So at those I will also promote it. And I mean, really, you don't even really need to participate until the December 24th. So it's not like they're missing anything. It's just you're gonna get a picture every day, every weekday from now until December 24th. That you have to match to a song. So it started today. I haven't even posted on social media about it yet. I'm gonna do that later. But what time is it? Oh, okay, it's almost 7:30. Didn't win the contest for the tree lighting, but that was expected. Like I said, I wasn't doing it for that anyway. I mean, I did find out that the winner got a free tree next year, so they don't have to pay for it next year. That would have been nice, but other than that, well, there was a few. Okay, so like most people, and this is true because there's a lot of like families with small children here, which I told before. I don't know if I said it in this video, but other videos. Typically those events don't go well because unless you have something, well, I kind of did have something for the kids to like look at, because I brought my iPad with my videos again. I didn't make the advertisement thing, I just played my videos. So, and I played all my holiday videos this time. I didn't cycle through like all the watch me work ones that I normally do. But anyway, so there was mostly families with young children, and how those events go is, they're distracted easily. Very rarely do I make a connection at those type of events. So that's why I was kind of, especially after the first couple like minutes, I guess, or like half hour or whatever, I was kind of like, okay, this is how it's gonna go. I'm not gonna really talk to many people. But so there were a few highlights. There was a guy, I'm not sure about this one, but there was a guy who came up to me and asked me if I do business cards. And I'm like, well, I can. I don't normally do them, but and I've been asked that before actually, and that person never followed through. But he owns apparently like a nail or hair salon, some kind of salon for brides. He didn't seem like the type, but he did. That's what he said he did. So he's like, I want business cards, and I'm like, well, like how many do you want? And he's like 25. Let's start with 25. I'm like, well, all right. Can't really give you a price right now. I'd have to figure that out. So he took my card and everything. He said he'd email me, and then I said I would give him a quote. That's probably not going to happen. But if it does, sure, I'll work on this guy's business cards, whatever. Then, what else? I feel like I'm missing something in the middle of the things I want to say. I mean, there were a few people who, like usual, showed interest, like, oh, that's beautiful work, and, Oh, here's the other thing. I'm going to sneeze again. I've been sneezing this entire event. I don't know what happened. Ever since, so actually, they didn't tell me whether they're going to have a tablecloth or not on the table, or if they did, I missed it, because things have been so crazy and I didn't really pay attention to all the details, so maybe that's my fault. But I was also going to, when I was packing stuff up, I was like, well, I'll bring my tablecloth just in case, and I forgot it at home. Luckily, I'm only like 10 minutes away, so I got there the first time and set up like everything else, and I'm like, oh crap, I need my tablecloth. So I went and got that, went home, got that, brought it back, set up the rest of my table. But the second time I came back, I don't know what it was. I mean, I think I might be getting sick a little bit too. I think I said that earlier. I've been like kind of coughing a little bit the last week. Maybe that's what it's related to, but I'm like, what am I allergic to? Like ever since I came back that second time, it was like sneeze, 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 and then my eyes are watering. It looked like I was crying and stuff. And I didn't have any like Kleenex or tissue, whatever, you know. So I was like wiping my like snot with my sleeve and stuff because I didn't have anything, and it was miserable. So that was fun. I'm sure it was annoying people around me too because I kept sneezing. Like I felt bad. But anyway, how did I get on that tangent about the sneezes? Oh, probably because I was going to sneeze. There were people who like looked at my pictures and, you know, and they looked at my information on the table and they took my card. Some of them did. I think most of the people that were interested took my stuff. But those are all kind of general. Then I had, towards the end, this is the promising thing that I think might lead to something, possibly. I might be getting my hopes up. But there was this guy, he made a very solid, like, attempt at conversation and everything. Asked me if I do, like, promotional products, and I'm like, well, I can. Like, I kind of something I want to do, kind of, you know. So he is part of a, like, networking group. And he's asking me if I do any networking. I'm like, well, I'd like to get into some, you know, I'd like to meet some other businesses and stuff. So, I forgot the name he said. My brain. I also not sure I remember his name exactly. I think it might have been Andrew, but I'm not quite sure. I didn't hear him even in the moment quite right, and I didn't ask. I should have. But he took my card. He's like, "You're Shannon, right?" He like shook my hand at the end or whatever. But he's like, well, I'm in this networking group, and there was a lady who was doing our promotional stuff, and they only allow like one person from each kind of business, and you know, we need a new one, so maybe you could be that person or whatever. And he was like, she did a lot of business, and I'm like, oh, well, I could use a lot of business, you know. So he said he told me he's going to email me. So like, he didn't just be like, oh, I'll take your card, maybe I'll talk to you. He was like, I'm going to email you with the information and everything. So if it doesn't happen, I guess, you know, I can put that in the pile of the same old, but it really seemed like he really wanted to, you know, connect with me business-wise. So that was really promising. Then towards the end also, they were, or I don't know if she was, but like her mom, I think, was part of one of the groups. I think the New Berlin Garden Club. So, but anyway, the woman that I'm talking about, she was looking at all my stuff, and she took a picture of my flyer, the little flyer I had. I actually made new ones. It was a half sheet this time. Well, anyway, she's like, I'm gonna take a picture of this if you don't mind, instead of taking it. So like, good, don't waste my paper, you know, go ahead and take a picture. So she took a picture. Then she looked at my collection of pictures that I've got, my work and stuff, and she had this big, like, impressive look on her face, and then she gave me like a thumbs up afterwards. I'm like, oh, okay, well, maybe she wants me for something, you know. There were a lot of people, it seemed like they were interested. What I didn't do, because a lot of people packed up early, I was thinking about doing it earlier, and then I was like, maybe I'll do it at the end. There's a couple businesses there that I could have been like, hey, I do signage and window murals and regular murals and stuff like that, and like even personalized gifts and whatnot. Like, do you need any of that? Do you want my card? You know, I was gonna do that at all the places, but they all kind of left before I did, because like I didn't get the memo. I thought we were supposed to stay till like 7:30. It was supposed to be, and we all let, like, after their little announcement of who won, you know, no, everyone packed up and left, and they're all gone by the time I started packing up. I'm like, well, I guess I should have been packing up earlier like everyone else. So, but anyway, that's pretty much it. If I remember anything else, I'll tell you, because I'm probably putting the other event I'm doing on Saturday on this video too. It's probably going to be a long one, maybe, but I'm not going to have time to upload it before then anyway, so I might as well do that, because tomorrow is my father-in-law's funeral, and then Saturday, the day after, is the event, the cat event that I'm doing. So I'll talk more about that soon on the video, but for now, I guess I have nothing else to say. See you soon. Hello again. It is Saturday, December 6th, day of my event, my Whisker Wonderland. It's a cat rescue that's putting it on. I've been signed up for this for a while, and I've been wanting to do it, but I'm kind of excited about it now. But with everything going on, I'm kind of like, you know. But hopefully my mood will change when I get there. I think I might have mentioned this earlier on the video. I don't remember anymore again. My brain. I think I may have, but originally it was supposed to be closer to me. It's fine back there. Originally it was supposed to be closer to me, which would have been nice. But the venue double booked, so they had to find a new venue. So now it's further away from me, and our spaces got smaller. So, and they gave me an option to opt out, and I decided to stay. So, I don't really regret doing that. Even if I don't end up making any money, you know, I still want to do this one. It's just my mood today is because of like all the stuff going on. Because like the last 3 days, if you've been paying attention, you know, I had the tree lighting thing on Thursday. Then yesterday was my father-in-law's funeral, and then today is this event. So it's like nonstop. And I don't know if I mentioned this already, but I didn't really do anything new for this event other than the things I did for the tree lighting event. Like I have new flyers now that have all my information on them. It's all updated and everything. And then I also have my little game that I'm doing that I'm going to be announcing at my events as well. Then next weekend I have 2 events, Saturday and Sunday. But then I'm done after that for a while. Again, if I mentioned any of this already and I'm repeating myself, I apologize. I mean, on this video, I know I've mentioned it before in other videos. But next year, planning on not doing as many, especially not in the first half of the year. Taking a break for definitely the winter. More of the winter. Technically, it's not winter yet. But, you know, from next weekend to, well, right now what I have scheduled is one in summer, and then I have applied for another one in spring. It's the Makers Market, the spring version, because they have spring and fall. I've done the fall the last 2 years, and I never did the spring, so I'm going to do the spring. Well, if I get in, I assume I'm going to get in, because I got in the last fall one, so. And both times I'm like, I don't think I'm going to get in, but I did. So, but that one's in May, so that's that, and I won't find out if I'm in that one until like March or April or something like that. So, but I'm planning on doing that one. There are a couple other spring ones I'm looking at, but I'm not sure about. Kind of depends on if I have the money for the fee or not. But I'll ramp it up again in the fall and the holiday season, because that typically is better. But it also depends on, like I said, on other videos. Like, is the economy doing better? Are people actually buying things? How many products do I have? Like, you know, are mine hot sellers or whatever, you know? So I'm in the time where I'm not doing events as much or at all, I'm going to be trying to push my online sales, and I'm going to be doing workshops and stuff like that. And hopefully with my main YouTube channel, getting more of my Procreate videos out, because that's what seems to be a hit on that channel. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that it is. I'm not even going the way I want to go, not paying attention. This guy is kind of, no. I made it. I had decided which way I was going to go before I started the video, and then I started the video and didn't do the thing I was going to do. So, I'm better now. What was I saying though? I don't remember what I was saying, but I got distracted. I'll add something if I have to the video. I always do this. But I know a few other things I wanted to say. Well, one, so this when they changed the venue, it's now in Milwaukee, which means the sales tax is like giant. compared to every other place I've worked. So anything I do sell today is going to be like, I'm going to have to pay lots of sales tax on. And I didn't raise my prices any more than I did with my last couple of events when I raised some of the prices. I also, when I was packing stuff up yesterday after the funeral, so I'm like, well, I'll do this tonight so I don't have to do it in the morning. I didn't like fully check everything, but I'm not sure where my ornaments are. I think they're packed up somewhere back there, but I'm not sure. So I'm find out, you know, I might not have room for them anyway because it's such a small space, you know. So maybe I'm not selling any ornaments today anyway. But I was kind of like, where are my ornaments? Like, but some of my signs are in there too, which sucks. But I'll just have to tell people prices and stuff like that. I am in the turning lane, right? Yeah, okay. I'm like, oh, there's 2 turning lanes, but I'm like, no one was going at first. Anyway, where am I? So, I mean, I'd like to sell some stuff today, but it's like, oh, now I have to like give away more of my profit if I do, but it's fine. Honestly, it's not like I'm getting much profit from anything anyway. But speaking of profit, let's talk about goals. So, for this event, I paid $60, I think it was. Pretty sure that's what it was. I'd have to double check, I guess, but I think it was $60. And so my first goal, obviously, is to break even on that. And then my second goal is, so far, my daily or per event sales record is 68. So I'm going to try to break that too. So I could possibly do that with one item at the end, you know, like if it's big enough. So, or order, I should say. So I think if I get the first goal, the second goal is not far behind, obviously. And then third goal I was going to say is I will break 100 in sales, which I haven't done yet, obviously. So that's the lofty goal. And then, like, really lofty is, like, you know, sell out or whatever, but I don't think that's going to happen. I wanted to for this event because it's the cat rescue. I think I mentioned this maybe in this video, but other videos. You know, I wanted to do more cat stuff, but I didn't have time. Like, with everything going on. I didn't, like, I kind of started saying this, I don't know if I finished. I didn't make any extra stuff for this event at all. I mean, I have enough stuff. There's not enough room, really, for much more stuff, so, you know. The other thing about this event that I'm not looking forward to, going to be solved in like 20 minutes or so, is the load-in procedure, because there's like very little load-in in the parking situation, because it's in a county park, a Monkey County Park, in one of their pavilions. And I think what I'm going to do, because there's a tiny bit of a loading zone right before the pavilion. I was looking, I mean, I used to go to this park a lot when I was, because that's actually where I grew up, kind of. But I was like, I don't remember what it's like over there, so I looked on Google. So, like, the directions are to, you know, park very quickly in the loading zone, take your stuff out, and then go park, which go park means, like, there's a driveway through the park that you have to park along. So I'm probably just gonna, I think when I get there, I'm probably just gonna park right away, because I have my wagon with me and I'll just bring it. It depends on how far the parking is, I guess, away. But I'm planning on doing that because I just don't want to deal with, like, having to hurry up loading and whatnot. Because I got a lot of crap, you know. I don't even have all my crap, and I still have a lot of crap because I didn't have, you know, the space. By the way, I was thinking of, because I was going to do this one similar to the Kohl's setup from a couple of events ago, because it's kind of the same amount of space. So I have my pegboard, and then I was going to have a table in front. And that's pretty much it. I mean, I have other stuff around there, but I was thinking of doing my 6-foot table at first, but then even before I saw this other thing, I was like, well, maybe I'll do the 4-foot table, because then I could get in and out easier from behind there or whatever. And then I noticed also, when I looked back at the emails, because on the I applied for this on Booth Central, and obviously because the venue changed or whatever, it changed afterwards, but I looked at there and it said the spaces were 6x6. When I looked at the email, it said that the width was probably like more like 5 foot, not 6 foot. And I'm like, oh, Okay, well, good thing I'm not bringing my 6-foot table because I probably wouldn't be able to fit it. I'd have to like, I might be able to do it, just do the corner with the pegboard and then the 6-foot table on one side, but then I have nowhere to like sit and have the money and stuff. So I wanted to do it this way where the pegboard's behind me and the table's in front of me and I'm sitting or standing, you know, behind it. And then I have all my stuff like back there where I can kind of access it, you know. So, that's what I'm planning on doing. Might change when I get there. Maybe they're even smaller than I thought. I don't know. But I'll figure it out, I guess. Yeah, I'm a little nervous about the setup. But plus, I've done it an hour and a half before and I got less stuff. So, it starts at 11. We couldn't set up any earlier than 9:30 because even technically the rental for the pavilion was started at 10 and she had to get like special permission. Can we be there at 9:30, you know? So, but I think I should be able to do it as soon as I get the pegboard in. It's the pain. I'm gonna do that in the first run, which is again why I would like more time, because I feel like I'm rushed if I go to the loading zone first and I have to get all my stuff out because people are waiting. I'd rather just park and then take my wagon, you know. But hopefully there's parking nearby. But anyway, so I think that's all I have to say pre-event. I'll talk to you again probably after the event, but maybe before that, we'll see. Thanks for watching so far. Hang with me, only a little bit left in this video. Bye. Hello. After the event. It went well. I got lots to say. This isn't even my notes. Where did my notes go? No, it is. Never mind. Found it. It's on the other side. All right, so I made notes. First, I don't know where to start. I don't want to give away too much yet. Let's talk about setup. So where I'm parked right now is where I parked the whole time. Wasn't too far away. Basically like three wagons in, one wagon out, or not one, 2 wagons out. Because I put the pegboard on the bottom on the way out. So I kind of made it more efficient that way. Let me say this and I'll talk more about the other stuff on the road. But I wanted to say this first. So the 3 goals I made. Well, first of all, I decided afterwards, after I recorded, that I was going to make another goal that was in between 2 and 3. So that goal was I wanted a profit of at least $19. Who's honking at me? That goal was I wanted a profit of at least $19. And well, I'm getting kind of into this. I ended up meeting the first goal, which was I wanted to break I wanted to make a profit for my first goal, right? So at 12:35, I was at $64. So that was my first goal. I made a profit, $4 profit. Then I was also $4 for my sales record. So at 1:01 p.m., I made $72. So my second goal was reached, which was my daily and previous sales record, the daily and per event sales record. Previously was $68. I made $72. So I met that. So my 2.5 goal that I said I wanted a profit of at least $19, and that would have been $79 because I paid $60. So that I met at what time? 109. I made 80. So that was a profit of $20. Then goal 3, which was break 100. I broke 100. I got $110. And I broke my hourly sales record that hour as well. No, wait, I skipped something. I broke my hourly sales record also in the 12 o'clock hour. Where did I write that down? Over here. And that was actually with my first goal. I broke that, and that was $44. So, but then that was the 12 o'clock hour. 1 o'clock hour, I broke it again. And now I'm up to $46 for my hourly sales. And that's hour by hour. It's not like, you know, like a certain minute to a certain minute or whatever. It's just like the 12 o'clock hour, the 1 o'clock hour. I had a goal. I decided to add more goals. I added goal number 4, which was double my fee, which would have been $120. And I didn't meet that. I got $118, so I was a little off. Almost made it. And actually, I didn't do this. So one of the people that works for the cat organization, I think she was the one that basically organized this. She told me that she was going to buy my paw print sign that I have. That was $8. And if I would have held her to that, because she said, if no one buys it, I'll buy it. She never did. So I thought about at the end being like, hey, do you still want this? But I didn't bother. But if she would have, then I would have broke that goal. But then I had my goal number 5, double my daily sales record, which would have been 136 because my sales record was 68. So I didn't do that either, obviously. But I decided to add more goals since I broke all the other ones. So again, good news. $110 I made at this event, or no, 118 I made at this event. So I'll talk about more of the stuff that I don't need my notes for when I start driving here. But yeah, pretty good day. There's a couple of reasons why. In fact, like I said, I'll start when I start driving here so I can get out of here. Anyway, so I told you before the event that I was kind of weary about because of Milwaukee's sales tax is much more, and it, you know, it still eats into my profits. But I don't know if it was like Milwaukee location or if it was because it was for the cat rescue. So you have a lot of motivated people coming, you know, that are passionate about cats. Which, by the way, I think I said this earlier. I wanted to make more. Like, go in the right way. I think so. Yeah, I think so. I wanted to make more cat stuff, but I couldn't. I didn't have the time. And if I would have, I think I would have made even more money than I already did. Like I would have been selling cat stuff up the wazoo because people were specifically looking for cat stuff, which I thought they were going to do anyway, and I wanted to make cat stuff, but I'm not going the right way, but that's fine. I can go this way, or I can turn around. Thinking. But, you know, I didn't get enough cat stuff done, and I wanted to do that, couldn't do it. So if I would have, I think I would have made more money. But even without, I had a few cat things, but even without most of my cat stuff here, in fact, one of my cat things I didn't even have, because I didn't even mention that yet, I, remember when I said I was, like, I couldn't find my ornament box or whatever that I had? I did look for it a little bit last night before, packing everything up, or while I was packing everything up, and I couldn't find it. Like, I didn't look that hard, you know. I was just kind of like, oh, I don't know where it is, forget it, it's probably in there somewhere. Well, it wasn't. I didn't have it. So I didn't have my ornaments, I didn't have my magnets, which I had a cat magnet in there, that's what I was trying to say. But I also didn't have I got bad memories on the street. We'll just we'll ignore that. I got bad memories all over this town. Anyway, out of the city. I'm too old for this. Thinking about cats. But what I also didn't have in that tote was my signs, like my wood slice sign for my thick wood slices, which, by the way, I sold one of those. That helped with my total. $30. So, but I didn't have that sign. I didn't have the sign for my ornaments, obviously, my magnets, but also my small signs, because they're all the small, like 5x7 size signs that I have. Didn't have any of them. Oh, I'm back where I started. Cool. All right. Well, I'm gonna turn right here because that's where I came in. I just did a complete loop out of nowhere because I went the wrong way. My sense of direction's awful. I'm also talking, but you know. Where am I? This sense of direction is bad too. Like, where was I in the conversation? All my small signs. So I had to like hand write everything, and then also my like square and rectangle wood signs that I have, which normally I don't have signs for them. I just put the price on the back. But since they were on the pegboard, you know, people don't know what price they are if they're hanging there. And I used to have like a sign that I would put up somewhere. I don't have that sign either, obviously. This is so weird. So weird. Okay. It's a weird thing here. All right. It's a weird city. I grew up here, I should know. But, you know, I didn't really drive here. But, you know. All right. So, I didn't have any of those signs. So I had to like, and I didn't even really bring like proper stuff to make signs. Like I had a pen and I had my little labels that I put on the back of it. So that had to do, you know, and I kind of told people when they came over, like, oh, these are this much, they're two-sided, you know, blah, blah, blah. Actually, I just remembered another thing I want to say. But anyway, so that was kind of a pain because I didn't have any of that stuff. It also had all the hooks I normally use. I had my extra hooks. And luckily I had like just enough, basically, from what I could hang up anyway, because there were some signs I just left underneath. And I did kind of replace them as they got sold or moved things around or whatever. But I was very without today, without stuff I needed. But I dealt with it. Oh, so the thing I wanted to, that reminded me, so like I said, our spaces got smaller because they had to move the venue or whatever. But it turns out that, well, okay, when I first got there, they said there were going to be 12 of us. Well, there were only 9 in the end. So I guess 3 people that still said they were going to come decided not to show up. So that's that. So we only had 9 people. So my point is that I could have had more space. Like there was plenty of space next to me on both sides for me to stretch out. In fact, I even kind of stretched out already. Because I had the pegboard behind me and I had the 2 like sides, the wings out a little bit. I don't even know how long that was. But my point is I could have brought my 6-foot table because I was worried about my 6-foot table. I'm like, I don't know if I may have enough room with my pegboard and my 6-foot table, so I switched to the 4. The 6 would have been nice. I would have been able to fit more things comfortably on my table. The 4 was a little tight. I made it work, but you know, it was a little tight. So I'm kind of like, I should have just brought my 6, or I should have brought both and been like, well, let's see if the 6 works, and if it doesn't, then, you know, I brought my 4. Well, my 6-foot table is full of crap right now in the basement anyway, so I would have had to clean it all off. That's part of the reason I was like, let's just take the 4 to myself. Let's me and myself, you know, take the 4-foot table. So, hindsight, I would have liked to take my 6-foot table, because like the setup I had at Kohl's was a 6-foot table. They provided it. I didn't have to bring it that time, but you know, that was a lot less cramped. So that would have been nice. Like I said, I made it work. Supervisor Chaz was getting a lot of attention, but he does normally even at the non-cat events, so that was good. But I think that may have also helped with sales a little. Like, oh, you're a cat owner too. Maybe I'll spend money with you, you know. Whereas, you know, because they're there for the cat like stuff. Like I said, I wish I had more cat stuff because I really think I could have sold a lot of stuff. I mean, you know. So, but that was it there. What else did I want to say? Again, I know I started out talking about this, but I don't think I finished. I was leery about working in Milwaukee because of the sales tax, because I don't come into Milwaukee as much anymore. I'm old. like I said, I grew up here. I lived up here a long time. I don't, you know, I don't normally come in here, and I was kind of leery about working other events in Milwaukee because I know there's one in particular, one like artist, more like artist, but there's a caveat to that too. But it's a more of an artist-friendly, like Milwaukee, you know, thing. And I was kind of looking at those, like it was a more professional event planner kind of person or whatever that does those. But I've been like, I don't know, Milwaukee, I don't know if I want to go, because I mean, part of my problem is parking. I hate parking. Depends on location, but like this wasn't bad, but I don't want to have to deal with that, you know? And, but anyway, and then there's also, so this place, this cat place, they put on other events, and they have a bunch next year that I was kind of looking at, but I'm like, because they're all in Milwaukee, like they're all in different parts of Milwaukee. Like one's in like a coffee shop or something. I'm assuming it's a bigger coffee shop. They got room, but like, and I think they're asking in that one too for specifically cat stuff, which I could have, but I don't have right now. But I was thinking of maybe doing more of their events too, and maybe if they do another one of these where it's for the holidays, I'll for sure do that, because like this is my best sales day, you know, like. And part of that too is when you go back to, again, there was 9 people there, and one of the people was the cat rescue, so basically 8 vendors selling things, not people, but you know, tables. Less competition, and then like I said, motivated people, because they're like, oh, I want to be here for the cat rescue, I'm going to try to buy something from these people because, you know, they're supporting the cat rescue and I want to support it too, you know. So less competition, like I said before, where as you do bigger events, there's so many other people, like, you know, people, actually I thought of another thing I wanted to say, but like people generally come up to you and they're like, well, I like that, but I don't know, you know, I have other things to look at. So they go, and then they never come back. Well, what I was going to say is, the thing that I thought of is, there were people that specifically said, like, well, I'm going to circle back. And they did. And most of them did come back and buy something. Like, sometimes they just came back and looked again. But most of the time they came back anyway, like, whether they bought something or not. But they're like, oh, I'm going to take a look around at everything else and we'll see, you know. But a lot of those people did end up buying something this time. So, but like I said, there's less for them to choose from. So, it's also closer to the holidays, which, I mean, I didn't really sell a lot of, I kind of did. My bigger holiday signs I didn't sell. But my Christmas tree ones I did. I sold a bunch of those. Those were like the hot ticket item today. And the other thing I was going to say that's kind of related to this is like the door hangers. Normally those are something people at least comment on and are like, oh, those are beautiful. Not one person today like those. Well, one of the guys that he's actually the founder of the cat rescue, he'd come by every once in a while and kind of make jokes and stuff. Anyway, he was looking at them and he's like, you need one that says go away. I'm like, yeah, I do actually. I should make one like that. The problem is, like I said, I'm just starting out and I don't sell enough, so I'm trying to keep it more general and I don't want to be too like out there, you know, which I know is part of the problem. Like sometimes those out there things are the things that get sold. So, but anyway, no one else, like no legitimate customers, you know, commented on it. So, and usually, even if people don't buy them, they're at least like, oh my god, those are beautiful. They don't, not this time. But the Christmas trees this time, those were like, oh my god, those Christmas trees, I love them. So, again, you never know going into an event, like what people are going to gravitate towards. I was trying to think ahead, because the 2 I have coming up next weekend, one is the school event that I've been talking about for a while. That's got the weird layout. It's got a 4x14 layout for that one, because I'm in a hallway. I'm bringing my pegboard to that one, so that's fine. But then the one that I'm doing Sunday, I need to ask, because it's a table, like it's at a bowling alley for one thing. And I actually don't even know if they provide the table or if I have to bring it. I have to double check all of that. I haven't gotten an email about it yet. This last event that I'm doing, this one that I'm talking about on Sunday, next Sunday, is, I had signed up for that last year. It was the first one I had on my calendar, and it was the last one. I mean, the first one I had on my calendar looking forward, the last one on my calendar, because it's my last event I'm doing this year. It's just kind of a weird thing, and that's the way they do that. I'm probably not doing, because I did get an email from them, I think yesterday, about their events next year, and I'm like, I don't think I'm going to do them, but I don't know, maybe if it goes well, maybe I will, but kind of like in a bowling alley, and it's also one of those, if you've looked at my prior events, one of those where it's crafters and like the MLM companies, the direct sales or whatever, the like Labrie and stuff. I never like remember, like, is 21 still a thing? I know Tupperware closed. I don't even know if Mary Kay is still a thing. Stuff like that. Those kind of companies, which most of the time those events I don't do great at, so I don't like them in general. But like I said, I signed up for this one last year and I paid $55, so I might as well go. But what I was gonna say is, I need to ask if I can bring my pegboard behind my table, like I did today, kind of, or like at the Kohl's event, and I can even like attach the pictures or whatever, like kind of like this. Is this okay? You know? So I might just, if I don't get an email soon from them, I might just do it on my own. Like, hey, can I bring this? It's the only thing I really need to know. Like, because I don't want to have to bring it and then like not use it. So, because it's a pain. But because that's really the only thing I can have to hang my door hangers. So if I can't bring it, I might just not bring my door hangers, or I can put them like under the table and then like, hey, I have these too to everyone that comes by, you know. Or I was thinking I could print out a picture of the ones I have and like ask to see I have them under the table, you know, something like that, because otherwise I'm not gonna be able to hang them. And honestly, I might do that anyways, then I don't have to worry about the pegboard that day. But it's probably gonna still be in my car because I'm using it the day before. So unless I sell miraculously all of my door hangers Saturday, so then I won't have any left anymore to worry about it. But this is, yeah, I'm debating whether I want to make any more stuff this week. I don't know, because I did sell quite a few things today, obviously, but I still got a good amount of stuff, especially like the only one I'd really be worried about is Saturday, because I got more space there to fill up. But I don't know, because a lot of the stuff I have left is Christmas stuff, and people don't like. They've been kind of commenting on my Christmas wood signs that I made, like the Santa with the believe, the like the floral or the wreath, Merry Christmas or whatever. Those kind of things. Like, people kind of like them every once in a while. They're like, oh, that's cute, you know. But in fact, one lady today was like, one of the Santa, she's like, oh, that's so cute that you put it in the beard like that. That's such a good idea. And I didn't say this, but I want to be like, yeah, I know. I kind of like, that came to me one day. It was like a thought I had. Like, what if I put it in the beard, or it says believe or something like that? Like, I literally just thought about that in my head, and then I implemented it, you know. So I don't know, because a lot of, which I don't normally sell those, but a lot of my square and rectangle signs now, I sold those today. So my regular ones, not the Christmas. So I don't know. What else? I don't know about that. I have a lot more blank ones that I haven't done anything with yet. I'm weary to do more Christmas ones because the ones that I have aren't selling. And with those, I'm probably going to just save them for next year. Hopefully they sell. If they don't sell the next year, then, or on my online or whatever, then I'm probably gonna sand them off and do something else. But right now, leave them alone. I'm still trying to decide if I want to make more stuff for next weekend. I think, you know, I've got enough, but I just don't know how good the sales are going to be if I don't have enough stuff that people want, you know. But I'll hopefully, if I can find it, have my ornaments and my magnets too there, and I can probably make more. Maybe I should make more ornaments. Maybe I should do that, and more magnets, especially if I can't find the ones I have. But you know. Then I'm going to have to make all my new signs too, because those are in that box. I kind of remember, because we were moving things around since the last time I had them for an event. I kind of remember seeing them that day that I was moving things around. I just don't know where I put them. So I have to look harder for them. I didn't look hard enough yesterday. So hopefully I find them by next weekend. If not, I'm not sure where they went. But yeah, I don't think there was anything else I wanted to say about this event. I don't think so. If I remember something else, I'll add it in before I send this out. But I think that was pretty much it. It was a good day, and I was not expecting this. Like I said before, where I was like, oh, my goal 3 is my lofty goal. Well, I passed that, no problem. And it was busier the first half than it was the second half. And like after, like pretty much after my sales, I mean, yeah, obviously after my sales stopped around like 1 something. I think I had 1 at 2 something. But after that, like no one bought anything. And it was slow after that. And it was pretty busy before that. And not busy, but like steady, you know. And actually for that location, it was pretty good because parking was not that great. There was parking, but not really. So, yeah. I think a lot of, because it's a very dog-friendly neighborhood. This is Bayview, if you're familiar with Milwaukee at all. Bayview neighborhood. Very walkable, dog-friendly, you see people walking all the time, biking and stuff like that, so I think a lot of them came in, like, walking, not parking, but, yeah, I don't know. Still, again, I'm not quite sure if it's the holidays, or if it was because it was in Milwaukee, and because it was a cat rescue, and what exactly was the reason why I did so well today, but a combination of all those things to some extent. So, alright, now I think I'm done talking. So if I have anything else to say, I will let you know. But I think maybe this is the end of the video. So thanks for watching. And wait, there's one more thing real quick. I know I said that I thought my schedule was going to go back to normal this week. Obviously didn't. Update on the mother-in-law situation. I think I talked about that earlier in this video. But recap real quick in case you forgot or in case I didn't say anything. Father-in-law recently passed. His funeral was yesterday. We had to move my mother-in-law in with me, and we've been kind of caretakers for a while, like a month pretty much. And we're moving her into a place where we'll take care of her better. And it's a nice place and everything. We're not like shipping her off to a crappy nursing home or anything like that. But anyway, she's gonna hopefully. I say hopefully because we need to get our stuff done, and it's been a while. This Wednesday coming up. So after that, hopefully my schedule will go back to normal. And another thing, I'm not hosting Christmas this year at my house. So I might work on some windows, but I'm not quite sure. Because I don't really have anything to do after the event next weekend. As far as my business goes, except for like preparing for next year, but holidays are coming up and stuff. So probably going to be working on some windows just to do them. I don't need to do them because we're not having anyone over, but once I have the house free again, my mother-in-law is out, I should be able to work on some windows. I'm probably not going to do the front window, but I do kind of want to do the back windows where I did the village, but that's going to be kind of complicated, so I'm wondering if I can finish that. I did want to do like the stained glass windows on my dining room windows, which are across from my front window. I might do that. One or both of those, probably not both. One or both of those, though, I'm going to do coming up. So that'll probably be one of the videos. Maybe the next one you see is going to be at least me starting that, if not finishing, or preparing for the next events that I have, which I don't know if I'm making more stuff. Like I said, probably more ornaments and magnets, but that's about it. So anyway, okay, I'll stop the video here. It's probably long enough. Thanks for watching.